What is up, guys? Jordan here with the Deck Box, coming back to you tonight for the first time in a few days. Things have been a little crazy with Christmas and everything going on, but things have been exciting to say the least. As you can probably tell, I've got some new headphones, new microphone all hooked up, new webcam. So I'm super excited to be back recording a little bit. Santa was very good to me. We actually had our family like Christmas get together a couple days early. With my parents, my sisters, my grandparents, things like that, and my parents hooked me up. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me in this. I really appreciate it. And since I haven't been on a little bit, and since we got some new gear, I figured I'd hop on here and just have some fun, to be honest with you. I'm going to try out a deck that we did, or that I messed with over Halloween, and I want to mess with it again, just to have a little bit of fun. It's not a crazy competitive deck, but you never know. Maybe it could turn into something a little bit more competitive than people would imagine, because it can take out a lot of really good decks. So the deck I'm talking about is the Chandelure spread deck. This was one, like I said, I used it around Halloween time. Had a ton of fun with it, but what I want to do now is I want to mess with it a little bit, make a couple tweaks, and then hop onto the ladder and grind out some games with it if we can. So make a couple quick tweaks here. I'm gonna bump this Zorak line to 2/2. Oh, did I cut out both Coco? I did. That was a mistake. We'll fix that. Come on. But yeah, along the lines of, kind of playing a goofy deck tonight, what I want to start doing a little bit more of is, we can cut this down a little bit, not as much garb. What I want to try to do with you guys is maybe like, I don't know, once a week, try to put out a video of a deck that one of you have suggested to me. It could be a deck that's super popular right now and you have your own particular list and you want to share it with us, or it could be just some crazy random deck. It doesn't have to be anything super competitive. It can be a goofy deck, and it's not really going to make a difference. It'll be a fun time, and that's what we're going for here. Alright, so I'm thinking that we let's see, drop the Skyle account to 1, and I'm going to add some puzzles in here because that is a beautiful engine. Whoa! I gotta decline right now, buddy. Recording. Maybe I'll go after that in a second. So I'm going to add these puzzles into here since we have Zorak. Our items are a little, not items, but just resources in general, a little tight on this list. But anyway, I'm going to run through this list real quick with you guys. If you've seen the old video, go check, or you know what happened. If you haven't seen the old video, go check it out. It's a ton of fun. Do I have 4 of these? Hold on, if I have 4 reverses, I'm playing 4 reverses. No, I don't. Anyway, if you haven't seen the video of this deck from Halloween, I encourage you to go check it out. The list is slightly different from this. As you've seen, I just tweaked it a little bit. But we take on 2 Gardevoir decks, and I forget what the third one was. I think it was Pissimian. But it was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed making that video, so be sure to go check it out. But for now, we're going to enjoy this video a little bit. I'm going to run through how the deck works. I haven't messed with it in a little bit, so bear with me. But I will show you how it works and hopefully grab a few wins with it. And maybe we can see if Chandelure can take on some of the most competitive decks in the format. So real quick, the whole point of this deck is to spread damage and then to manipulate that damage. So we spread the damage by playing 3/3 of the 1 prize Salazzle from Guardians Rising. Has that ability, Hot Poison. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. So that right there, you're doing an automatic. Let's see, doing 10 for the poison, 20 for the burn, guaranteed, no questions asked. You're doing the 30. Okay. If they can't flip out of the burn and they don't retreat or evolve the next turn, you're doing another 30, so they're up to 60. But even if they do get out of the burn, you're doing another 10, coming back in, 40, and back and forth. You're kind of adding some that way. So there's one way that we kind of spread some damage. Salazzle can also attack, but it has that cost of discarding an energy from the Pokemon, and is a fire and double colorless for 90 damage. So not the best attack, but if we're up against something that's weak to fire, maybe this is an option. But that is the reason we have it, is for that ability. Salandit has really good HP for a basic, though. We're happy with that. And on top of that, if we put a Salandit up there, whenever we've got a Salazzle attacking, or not attacking, but using its ability from the bench to poison and burn, Venoshock here for a DCE does an additional 40 damage if they're poisoned. So you can be doing 60 with Salandit with a DCE, which is really solid for a basic with 70 HP. So that might be a way to kind of boost what damage you have out there, maybe take a knockout or two. So that's one way we spread damage. We also spread damage with Tapu Koko, of course. 20 damage on every Pokemon on the field. To your opponent's Pokemon on the field, putting out potentially 120 damage to mess with. So we have those two ways of spreading damage. Then, of course, we have an Espeon EX. This helps us to devolve if we can. Take some easy knockouts. But what I prefer to do, instead of just taking one prize Pokemon down with Espeon EX's Miraculous Shine, I prefer to spread the damage so much so that our Chandelure can come in and take 2 prizes. And the way that they do that is with this ability, Shady Move. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may move 1 damage counter from one Pokemon to another Pokemon. So the phrasing there is very important. It's not just from your opponent's Pokemon, not just from the bench or the active. It's from any Pokemon on the field to any other Pokemon on the field. So, for example, Chandelure has 100 damage on it. I have 3 Chandelures out. They can each take 1 damage counter from my Chandelure and move it to another Pokemon. So, what's key about that is you can manipulate that damage around. You can take some easy knockouts here or there, or you can manipulate it to where Pokemon get set up for that devolve approach, and you win that way. What's really cool is, like, you have Pokemon like Espeon or Zoroark that maybe don't take, they don't get one-shotted, so you can move damage from them and keep them further away from getting knocked out. So you're healing off while also doing damage, and that's why I took out those Acerola. I did have 2 Acerola in this. We don't want to Acerola our Pokemon. We want that damage on the field to spread to our opponents. That is the goal in this match. Then I bumped this to 2-2 because we know how great of an attack Ride Beating is in a tight spot, and trade is just critical. You're able to dig even further for your resources. In this list, we do need our rare candies to get our Chandelures a little bit faster. We need to find our Salazzles to burn and poison, just all these different things. We need our energy. Everything in this deck is very critical, and having Zoroark to dig through just really, really helps quite a bit. Then, of course, we have 2 Tapu Lele. This is just to find any supporter that we need. Pretty standard. We do run 1 Energy Recycler, and that's just because the 7 Fire Energies might be something we discard. We might need to get those back. And our Pokemon are probably going to be pretty easily knocked out. They're not real tanky or anything. So the chance that those Fire Energy end up in the discard is pretty strong. Next, we're looking at 2 Field Blowers. I did have this at 3 because Garb was such a big deal. I dropped that down because Garb has kind of died off a little bit, but just in case you find the odd one, or if you're dealing with Fury Belts, those are great to knock those off. Next, the 4 Puzzles. This is just kind of that Zoroark engine of discarding something, getting it back in a tight spot. So we do include 4 of those. Then we also have 3 Rare Candy. This is, like I said, to evolve our Litwicks straight on up to Chandelure and start spreading some damage. Oh, and I forgot to mention Chandelure's attack. For just 1 fighting energy, you get to burn your opponent and do 50 damage. So 70 damage right there. It potentially grows even more and more. So it's another way that... what's great with Chandelure is you're not just spreading damage or manipulating it. You also get to add some yourself by attacking. You get to attack and use that ability. So that's really helpful whenever you can burn them and add just that little bit of additional damage. Next, we have 1 Rescue Stretcher just to get anything back. And actually, Do I want to cut that? Because we do have puzzles. Nah, I think puzzles will be more important for something more clutch. Sorry. 3 Ultra Balls just to dig for any Pokemon that we need. Then we do have that 1 Bridget. We do need to try to set up our bench as soon as possible. It's not a major issue if we don't get it turn 1, but we really prefer to, which kind of makes me hesitate only playing 1. Then we have 3, actually, you know what? I'm going to make a change on the fly. Get rid of that energy recycler. Whoa, and get rid of Bridget too. That's fine. We will find Bridget. We will add 2 of them because, as I mentioned, we do have puzzles to get things back, and if we need an energy, we can do it that way. It'll be an important item then. So sorry about that. So 2 Bridget, 3 Guzma, 3 N, and 3 Sycamore for the draw supporters. Guzma we use to potentially stall something active, and what's great to do is attack what's in the active while stalling it, move the damage off of it. You have to excuse me, guys. I just realized I still have this little strip across the camera. There we go. So anyway, we can stall something in the active. Don't knock it out. Do a little bit of damage to it. Move the damage off of it. Stall it as long as possible and keep spreading. So that's an interesting strategy to use. Then we do have 1 Skyla just to get that clutch rare candy when we need it, or maybe the other puzzle if we're looking for like a DCE or fire energy out of the discard, whatever the case is. It's there to help us. And then we do have 4 DCE and 7 fire energy to round off the list. And now we're going to go have some fun with this list and test out our new gear. That's really what this is about, is helping me test out my gear and have fun while doing it. So so it's Saturday when I'm recording this. Tomorrow, Sunday, Christmas Eve. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, maybe hit me up in the comments, and depending on how your Christmas schedule goes, maybe tell me something you've gotten for Christmas that you really, really liked, or something that you're hoping to get for Christmas. It doesn't have to be Pokemon related. It could be whatever. Of course, we like hearing about the Pokemon items. I've had a great Christmas so far as Pokemon goes. My youngest sister got me this giant poster with literally every single mega Pokemon from the games on it. Really sick artwork. So I really, really like that a lot. Alright. Oh, I thought for a second I was playing a mirror. That confused me. So, not a great hand. We do have an N, though, to get out of it. And we can put our opponent's active Pokemon to sleep. Oh, but we're going to take a mulligan. So that's good news. Alright, so it looks like Lycanroc of some form. And this was really why I wanted to retry this deck, because before, the main deck really was just Gardevoir. Now you have Lycanroc just destroying everything. So if I can test it out against the current meta, or what it appears to be, then that'll be pretty cool to do. 1 second, I gotta turn some of this sound effects down. They're kind of killing my ears. There we go. Alright, so it is Lycanroc for sure. It stinks when you get a mulligan and you still have to end yourself. Alright, so we get another Litwick. I don't want to use that Ultra Ball yet. Or do I? Nah, because the only things I would want to get rid of are N and Fire Energy, and I kind of need those. So for now, we'll just put the active to sleep, do 10 damage. And remember, with any matchup with this deck, every little bit of damage counts. It doesn't matter if it's 10 or 20 or 50. You're doing something with it. So alright, we're going to see a Guzma. Probably bring the Rockruff with energy up. He's going to take down the 1 with the energy. And I have a feeling this game's going to be over a little bit quicker than we anticipated. And that was something I thought about earlier, was adding the E-Hammer. And I totally forgot that. Let's dump these. I pull out Lele? Maybe, yeah, I like that because I can attack with Lele too. I'll actually grab a Sycamore, dump things. Let's see what we got. We still have 2 more Chandelure in there. We have puzzles to get them back. We have Rescue Stretcher. We only have 1 Salandit though. That is kind of an issue. Got all of our puzzles. Looking pretty good. Prized 1 Fire Energy and 1 DCE. Slow going here. Yeah, not adding E-Hammer was a big mistake. I even thought about that earlier today when I was thinking about making this video. So after this round, I say we go in and change that. Okay. Man, they'd be dumping so many resources. Grab ourselves an N, shrink them down, or yeah. Oh no, we don't have an N. Ripperonis. We will take out this Rockruff on the bench. That's what we'll do. It's the best thing we got next to an E-Hammer. There it is. Alright. So when you avoid Kukui, Choice Band, Strong Energy. Oh, here it comes. I swear, if she has that combo, that's just insane. Is he going to pull up something else? Really? I figured he'd take out the one with the DCE on it. See, now what we need to do is prevent any more Lichen Rocks from showing up, because if they show up, they can pull something up. But right now they're kind of stuck on that. They can't do anything about it. Empty hand Sycamore. Okay. I think that's the right call there. Now we just poke with Lele. 2-shot this if we can. If they're smarter, if they have the capability to, they'll Acerola, keep this guy alive. Uh-oh. 100, 120, 150. We would need to have Kukui off the 2 cards in his hand. And he'd also have to dump a DCE on the active. But I don't think he's too worried about it with us being down. There's a switch. So 100, 120, 100, okay, he's only gonna do 150. That's good news. That's good news. Alright, Acerola's sounding better and better. So we can put these on there now. something here. What do I want to put at the top of my deck? Puzzle. We'll bridge it. Start with that. Now, so land it. Get those out there. Yeah. Nothing great. I think it's safe to say we do not have this one, not even close. Couldn't get set up at all, and missed that turn 1 Bridget. And to be fair, no, not to be fair, but, you know, I guess kind of a negative thing against us is like we did not play it right as far as even going for like a turn 2 Bridget or turn 3, whatever we could get. We can poison and burn the active. Okay, I get it. Alright. So we got that. I'm gonna stretcher for Lele for Sycamore. Or maybe actually N if we have it in deck. I think we dumped it though. Yeah, all 3 of those are gone. Let's see what we can make happen. So next turn we'll have our Chandelure up. And if that guy wasn't on the bench, I would so use Zoroark to attack. I would totally do that. Man. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. Let's dump Skyla. Can we put the active to sleep, have it poison and burn? I think we can do that. I say we go for it and hope that he gets stuck. Yes, they all stay. Awesome. This is where things get super annoying for our opponent. Ah, but he woke up. That's fine. That's fine. I don't know if we can fight our way out of this one. I really don't see that happening. Ooh, but maybe. Just maybe. I'll bring up Lele. Add the DCE. We will trade away the Ultra Ball, see what we can pick up here. Oh man, I could have done Espeon already. Could have taken down both of those. That would have been huge. That's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to be swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 100. And we'll move one from here up to here. Guzma stall would be great. This is game. If he's saying well played, it's got to be game. Yeah, he's going to bring up the Lele on the bench or the Zoroark. Dang. Started to bring it back. If we had had that set up early in the game, it would have made a huge difference. Don't even need Kukui, dude. Just rubbing it in at that point. Alright. Next game, except we need to make some tweaks. Or a tweak, I can't remember how many I said. Let's see. What did I say? I can't remember what I said we were gonna tweak. Now I'm just losing my mind, I guess. Maybe I didn't say anything. Oh, no, that's right. I said I was gonna put in E-hammer. But what do I cut? I think we cut one field blower. The structure was clutch. I like the structure. I say we cut the one Salazzle line. And then we will add in 3 E-hammer. Because since our deck needs so much... it's not so much set. I mean, it needs some setup, but it needs a lot of protection during that setup. I think using the E-hammer to shut them down will be our safest bet. And right now, the format's just insanely just saturated in special energy. So let's give that a shot. That seems like fun. So, real quick, after this video, guys, let's see, a few things I'm looking for. One, I would really like your opinion or feedback on the audio video quality of this video. Like I said, we got some new stuff, so I want to make sure that I'm using it right, that it's coming through clearly for you guys. I know that was one, I guess, piece of constructive criticism that I have received, is that the audio is not always the best, and we are definitely trying to fix that for you guys, make it the absolute best that we can. And I think this might be the first step to that. Next, let me know a deck that you would want to see covered on here. Doesn't have to be competitive. It can be fun. It can be goofy. I mean, we're cool with that. And then third thing, tell me about your Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, tell me about what holiday you do celebrate, and tell me a little bit about it. Tell me how it was. Was it a good time? Did you get tired of talking to your relatives? Whatever. And it'll just be a good conversation to have. So now we're going to see one of those dead Garbodor decks that I talked about. That is not so dead anymore, apparently. And hopefully we can put in some work here. All right, let's see. Man, we have to go for turn 1 Bridget here. There's just no doubt that that is the right call. Let's make sure we have it. We do have it. Looking decent on stuff. So we prized a DCE, prized a Guzma, prized a Bridget, prized an Ultra Balls, 4, prized a Arcanies, 5. Prizes landed is 6. All right. Bridget. We'll definitely grab 2 Litwicks. Now the question is Salandit or Zorua. Zorua, since we have Zoroark, just makes sense. And we will put our opponent's active to sleep. Would have loved to have the DC there, but that is fine. Go to sleep. Stay asleep. There we go. Okay, this is where our abilities get shut off. This is the best part of the game. And hopefully he's going to spread some damage on himself. I don't think he realizes what our deck does. Most people don't. You know, no one really picked up a Chandelure card and said, let me read this ability, see how I can make it good. Alright, so that really stinks. We need our one field blower, which I know is in the deck. We have puzzles to get it back if we ever need it again. We do need to watch our item count, though. That is very important. Oh, I hate when they do these updates. Hey, there's our one field blower. Get rid of you, get rid of you. I'm going to trade away the E-hammer. I think they need their basic energy more. Do I play it or do I think I dump it and see if I can maybe get a DCE spread that way. I think that's the better option. Alright, so we have Rare Candy Chandelure, which is great. Because what we can do is move from here to here. Pick up another Litwick. Do I risk it? I guess I have to risk it because if I hit it, they're asleep. If I miss it, I get knocked out. But if I hit it and they're asleep and they wake up, I get knocked out either way. So risk it for the biscuit. And there we go. Hit that heads. Stay asleep. No, they woke up. That's fine. Like I said, we did that extra 10 damage. We'll take it. And we didn't get knocked out on our turn. We getting knocked out on their turn. Totally fine with me. Espeon could, the EX could pose problems for us with evolving our stuff that's evolved up via Rare Candy. So we do have to be conscious of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just going to put ourselves in the grave with items. 140. I mean, that takes out our Chandelure. Our Zoroarks are resistant to it, so that's good news. And Zoroark may be pretty critical in this match as far as attacking. Alright. We're going to trade. Probably should have gotten rid of Sycamore, but I like to be aggressive here. Let's see. I'm going to start attacking with Chandelure. I'll leave it where it's at. Now what's cool is if we get a DCE this next turn, we can use Zoroark to take down the Espeon. Oh, actually not. Because the burn did not stick. Actually, no. Sorry. Yes, it can. It'll do 120. There's the end. It's okay. I'll search through my deck. Or not search through, but go through some more resources without dumping anything. That's good news. Alright, so we get a Lampent. That's good. It seems like they're having an issue getting energy as well. You have a One Retreat. That is great news. Bye. So we have another Chandelure for next turn. We can't use the ability right now. That kind of stinks. We'll retreat. We'll let Zoroark take the knockout. Clean things up. Because we can't really do anything as far as our typical strategy until we get our abilities up online In order to do that, we need our 2 puzzles now. Figures after I drop it down to 1, the ability lock comes out, which is fine. I mean, Zoroark can take out pretty much everything on their bench with 1 shot other than Espeon, and Espeon's not an attacker per se. And it doesn't seem like they're hitting their energy. I imagine if they were hitting it, they would be attaching it. There's DCE. Maybe they're waiting because they knew I had E-hammers, but they don't know I have 1 more. So that could help us. Alright. So they spread a little bit. Let's put this down. Put you down. Alright. Hate dumping all that stuff. I feel like I need to. Gotta go aggressive at this point. Alright, so we got 1 puzzle. We need the second one. We got 2 in the discard already. That's fine. We'll take down the Coco for now. Take our 3rd prize. There's a Gizmo. So he's going to devolve. He's going to take down, not that guy. Oh, actually, he'll take, oh dang, he'll take down both of my Chandelure. It's 2 prizes. Dang. So now the strategy is going to be, just use Zoroark, I guess. First thing though is I'm bringing up the Trash Lance Garb and taking that out. Yeah, it makes so much sense to do that. It stinks because I'm gonna have to damage my Zoroark when I evolve it. So we're now tied up 3 apiece. No basics to use. Ooh, man. So I'm gonna poison and burn. That does 30. Hit for 120. Oh no, abilities aren't on mine, so it does not matter. Put that on Lele. I was swinging for 100. I guess I need to put down Lele and just let it sit. Just to get that additional damage off. Two Gizmos used. I probably got a ton of items in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8. So 160, 190, 170. So he can take me down with the Trash Lance Garb, and he's probably going to. And from there, I think it would be game pretty much. Unless he can't find it. Actually, he just Ultra Ball and he couldn't find it. You're just going to have to keep doing the devolve, but that could actually work against us because every time we have to re-evolve Zoroark, we get damaged. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Might as well put you on there. Do I have, let's see. I have 1 more N. I don't want to dump that puzzle though. I just take something down, I guess. DCE. No DCE in the discard. So we have one more DCE, and it's not prize because we already got our one prize one, so it should be in the deck. Should definitely have one in the deck. So I have to hit one of these two back here. There's a DCE, but we don't have a Guzma. If trade was up online, it would be amazing. Put you on the bench. I'm not going to do that because it'll just damage it. So I just hit it for the first time. And they have to be able to take 2 prizes next turn. There's no way of doing that. Yeah, so I think we have this one. Yeah, they're obviously gonna do that, but I can take down Coco, and that's game. They're gonna take down my Salandit. That's 1 prize. So they're gonna go down to 1. They were just trying to get as many as they could before closing it out. And oh no, guys! I totally wasn't paying attention. Oh gosh, that was stupid. We needed one more Pokemon on our bench to one-shot the Coco, but now it's fine. Everything out there we one-shot. Oh, what is this? I forgot he has a second attack. Oh no. He's not affected by any damage. But we have Coco. He can spread and hit the Coco on the bench, but he took our last prize. Oh my gosh, guys. I cannot believe I misplayed so hard. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could have Sycamore to find the last one. I don't know. Man, that was dumb. Oh well. Guys, I like I said, I'm having fun with this. I think I am done with this list for now, though. It's just, it doesn't work the way it did before. So, yeah. But anyway, here's the list. If you guys want to give it a shot, have some fun. I hope it's, I guess, encouraged some of you to try out a goofy deck here and there and see how it works. Like I said, hit us up in the comments. Let us know about your holiday season. Let us know about a deck that you think you'd want to see on here, or any other content that you might want to see, and maybe we can make that happen for you guys. But for now, I really, truly appreciate the time I've had with you guys today, and I hope that you'll join us for another episode on the Deck Box next time, where we want to know what's in your box. Have a great night, guys.